live streamed. So once that starts, I think I can go on back to my presentation. Yeah. And I am going to, yeah, I'll make you co-host, Chels. I'll do the whole bringing people up and stuff, because that's really the only thing we needed. Okay, Chels is co-host. All right, cool. Got it. All right, now I can share my screen again and share sound, because we're gonna need that. Desktop 2. And we're back in. Okay. Open up the chat. And we're good. Okay. All right. So the second thing we did yesterday was to strengthen our offers with market research. Hugely important. Do you agree? You really realized you've got to find out what's going on with your people, what their thoughts are, what their feelings are, what they want, and how they want to receive your offer. Once again, we just scratched the surface. There's a whole thing behind this. In our classroom, we've got modules on this, and in your weekly classes, we help you to go over that, very specific to your industry and what you're wanting to bring. It's a fine line between what you want to provide, what you can do energetically, which is important, what you enjoy doing, and also what your people want. So there's a way you've got to have a harmony between all of those things. Make sense? Give me yes in chat if that makes sense and you understand that it's got to be a full harmony of those things. Yeah, good deal. Today we're going to talk about, and you're going to learn and practice how to get your audience to connect with you. So who wants that? To connect with you instead of you scrapping for clients, instead of you feeling like it's just a constant struggle. We're going to talk about that, how to get them to connect with you. You'll see some overlap between the intimacy idea, but there's other things too. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about creating a valuable signature offer. You're going to see some overlap with the market research that we learned. And then we're going to talk about how to spread the word to your audience. Excited? Type excited if you're ready to learn. I want to know that you're excited about this. Wow, so the team started right out of the gate with some gifts. Yay! All right, so here's the thing. Of course, you have to be here live. That's how you're going to get it. And you would have had to have submitted your homework. Now, did everybody get that? I saw some questions coming through. People weren't sure where to put their homework, so we apologize about that. That should have been clear. Did everybody... I love that gif. Me too. That was all Shar. Isn't that cute? I think that was Shar. Either Shar or Abby. One of them did that. Yeah, so who did, I sent it but wasn't clear. Okay, so let's just say who did their homework. If you did your homework, type me in the chat. Honor system here. So even if we confused you on where to send it, who did your homework? The homework is really for you. I do like to review it though, because I like to see where you are and stuff. Michelle is the only person that did their homework. Melissa did her homework. Are you guys sleeping on me today? Wake up, people. We've got tons of stuff to do. I need you awake. Come to me. All right, Michelle, you're the winner because you hopped in there so quick and did it. So you're going to get a foaming bottle. So you know what those are? I should have brought mine out of the bathroom. But it's basically, you know what it is. So you put it's where you can make your own blend of soap or whatever. And the bottle itself has it come out into a foam soap. So that is what you're going to win. And the team will let you know how we're going to get that to you. Yay, Michelle. We've got plenty more gifts to give away. I'm excited about that. All right, so now element number 3 is what we're diving into, getting your audience to come to you. It's all about visibility. So that's the thing that's not always easy for us, especially if you're introverted, which is why I do struggle doing lives. And people always say, you can't be introverted because you do these classes and workshops, but it feels different. But when I get ready to do social media, I do feel it. Isn't that funny? But it's so important. So we're going to talk about that. You need to be live on wherever your people are. So you don't have to be live on every platform, and you don't have to master all the platforms. In fact, if you're not a social media person, you don't like it, or it's foreign to you, I recommend you just choose one and get comfy cozy in that one. Depending on who your audience is where you'll be. That's something that we do cover in our course. Which one of these platforms you should be in based on your audience. Okay, we're on all three of these. But again, you don't need to do that. Okay, sometimes we are on a platform where our people are not, and that's why they're not coming to us. But we want to be visible. It's one of the things that helps us to stand out. So if you may feel like, "Man, everybody's going live and everybody's talking," but really percentage wise, if you think about how many people are going live versus how much content is out there, it's really not that many percentage wise. So yeah, few people see it. That is true that few people see it, but that grows over time when you're consistent. This is the case for YouTube too. Did you guys know YouTube also uses an algorithm? So and they actually reward you for consistency. Consistency, even before people start looking at your content, they reward you for consistency because they deem someone who's consistently putting out content, video content, as being serious about business and someone that's going to be with them for the long haul. And they're not just playing around with it. And you'll get more visible. And you only need a few. Trust me. We have, 800 people on our Instagram? We're not huge on social media. We've got a little under 4,000 on LinkedIn. We've got about 6,000 followers on the Holistic Champions. But people aren't always seeing that stuff. We just have a few. That's okay. You still need to be visible because people are going to check you out. And social media is just one way to be visible. But you need that consistent visibility. You are making connections doing that. But it's just one way. The other way is lectures, panels, podcast, writing, guest posting, being interviewed, doing summits, sponsorships, workshops, masterclasses, and all types of events. There are tons of ways to be visible. And I want you to get ready because you're about to do some work. Your work assignment is going to be around finding these kinds of opportunities. So, speaking opportunities where your audience hangs out. So here's what we want to be thinking about. Associations. What associations could you connect with in your industry where you know that the audience that association serves, you also serve? Does that make sense? So this is another reason why you really need to know your audience very well. For example, Fern, I don't know if you're here, but Fern works with people who are in corporate. So where are they? Like but they're extremely stressed. So she's helping them with emotional support, corporate women who are needing emotional support, right? And so she needs to be on LinkedIn. That's where she needs to be as far as visibility. But there's all kinds of conferences and workshops. She needs to go where her people are. Okay. We have Mona. Mona, I don't know if you're here, but Mona, hers is a little different. She also helps corporate women, but corporate women who want to come out of corporate and become entrepreneurs, but they're afraid. So we help our clients to get very specific on who they serve. So both of those ladies, when they came to us, were very broad, and now they're really specific on who they serve. So you need to know where those people are. What associations do they belong to? What groups are they in? And get in there to speak to them. Guest post. What's their favorite magazine that they look at? What's their favorite website? And then we can actually pitch to guest post for those sites. What a lot of people don't realize is that really popular websites, TV shows, news, they actually are always looking for content. See, sometimes we think that what we have to say is like not important and nobody needs to hear it and that's too big for me. But the truth is these places are always looking for content. There are coaches and podcasters who are always looking for content. And so we want to get used to being able to pitch them to have something very specific to say, this is my specialty, this is my expertise. It's another thing that we teach in the course. We help you to get very specific on your expertise. Otherwise, if you go to Mind Body Green and say, hey, I'm a fitness professional, I'd love to write an article for you. They're not even going to look at it. They won't look at it. But if you go to them and say, hey, I'm a fitness professional that specializes in people who can, who want to lose weight only eating fruits and vegetables. I developed a 10-day program that gets them started. Then they move into a 9-month program. People have lost all these kinds of weight. This happened to me, that kind of thing. Or, hey, I am, a 40 plus mom. I have 5 children. My husband and I went from being 50 pounds overweight to completely fit. We're now in this size and this size, and we work out with our children. We don't use any weights. We use our children and our babies as weights. We created games for weight loss that allows us to spend time with our children and also allows us to lose weight and get fit. We developed a such and such program. These are the results that we got. These are the results that other people are getting. Are you seeing the difference? Does that make sense to you, what I just said? Do you see the difference to going to someone and saying, hey, can I write for you? Or would you interview me? Are you interested in interviewing me? I do aromatherapy. Versus, hey, like Melissa, who just typed yes. Her expertise is safety. That's where she's starting out with us, is safety. She has lots of expertise. Most of us do. And so that's what the problem is sometimes, is that we don't know how to talk about it. We don't know how to talk about it because we do so many different things, but we have to get specific. So now if Melissa goes to, I'm trying to type some popular podcast or websites. I can't think of them right now. I keep thinking Mind Body Green because that's where everybody wants to be these days. But if you go to them and you say, hey, I'm an aromatherapist. Can I write an article? Can I guest post for you? Or go to, Lindsay White, I think it is, of female entrepreneurs, and say, hey, I'm a female entrepreneur. I do aromatherapy. Would you like to interview me? No. But if you go and say, hey, listen, I'm a certified professional aromatherapist. I am an herbalist. I'm thinking of Melissa. And my specialty, I help people to be safe with essential oils, because what we found is a lot of people are getting kits and they're harming themselves. They're taking essential oils internally. They're having burns on their skin. They are taking things that are contraindicated. They're having drug interactions. We find it's a very serious thing. And so I am on a mission to help people with safety. Could I write for you? Absolutely. Yeah. Thanks for that, Chills. That's right. So for those of us watching us on stream, this is just kind of scratching the surface of what we're going to talk about today. We are going to stop stream now because everybody paid for this class, and so it wouldn't be fair for us to continue the whole class for free. So we're going to stop it here. But if you want to register for a future class, drop us a DM, drop us a note, and we'll get you the link to the next class. But the remaining of it is just for our paid participants. All right, so we're going to stop here and